Okay, yes, we're back with another rider, another episode, another story. Today we have the lovely Camille in the car, and she is a relationship therapist and a model. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, subscribe and follow, and then let's see what we can learn. So nice to have you here today, Camille.
Hi.
So tell us, how did you get in? What came first, modeling or relationship therapy?
First came modeling and creating content on Instagram.
Okay.
And then during COVID, I realized that people were feeling very open about speaking to me about their problems. And I have a lot of empathy for people, so I would always listen. And then I realized, why don't I monetize this?
Yep, good thinking.
So this is why I did a course online for relationship therapy and love coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only focusing on love relationships, so going through divorce, wanting to date, hard breakups, recent widows. So this is what I do. I just listen to people who need help, who need a little extra boost of confidence and love when they're in doubt. And yeah.
Okay. So what's the name of your channel, your Instagram channel?
My personal Instagram channel is Camile Mary 28. I only work word of mouth, so hopefully this will bring me a lot of new customers.
Can you spell what your Instagram channel?
CamilleMari28.
Thank you. Okay. So what country are you from and what kind of person were you at school? Just give us a bit of your background.
So I'm French.
Okay. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je m'appelle Simon.
Incredible.
That's the only bit I know, but go on.
So I studied International School of Nice. Then I came to London to study at Istituto Marangoni to do fashion business. I also have a bikini brand.
Okay.
Then I did the content creation and the modeling. Then during COVID, I moved to Mexico City for 2 years. And this is where I decided to study relationships and love coaching online via AP colleges. And this is my studying background.
So you as a person, were you very creative when you were younger? Were you very outgoing?
I'm very social and I'm very creative. I love fashion. I love art. So these are good things to connect people. Also, I love food. I'm a big foodie. Love cooking.
Okay.
So when I do sessions with my patients, I usually take them to the museum, go shopping, go for lunches. Normal thing that people do, just like a normal friend would do, but I'm just going to listen to you and give you an objective point of view if you want my advice or if you just want me to listen. And on top of that, I know no friends, I know no family, so you can literally just talk to me like an open book and don't feel judged by anybody or have the fear of being judged at the end, because when you speak with your friends, then you sometimes overthink and think, oh, next day I see all my friends, maybe this friend spoke about my issues and I don't want this to be talked about. So
I understand that. Were your parents in the creative industry?
not at all. My parents are not in the creative industry whatsoever. My dad is an engineer and my mom had a traveling agency.
Okay, well at least you're following her in the footsteps of traveling around the world.
Yes, that's true.
So how long have you been doing modeling for?
I think I've been modeling since 2016.
Okay, so some years, what's that, 6 years?
Yes, it's always been on the side. It's always been a pleasure to do it, just like content creating, and yeah.
And how long have you had your content, your channel?
Also, I think since 2015.
Oh, so you started your channel first?
Yes, I started the channel first, and then I started modeling through it.
Oh, so did you get scouted or something?
I didn't get scouted, but I always get contacted via Instagram to do some campaigns and photo shoots.
Okay. So that's very interesting because a lot of people, there's a lot of young people out there who'd want to really know your story and what it was like, your journey, because they all want to be influencers.
It's really hard.
It's really hard, but you got in there early.
Yes, I did, but it's still really, really hard. And to maintain the engagement going, this is the hardest part, to be honest.
So do you employ people or do you run it all yourself?
No, I do it all myself.
Really?
And it's hard.
That's a nightmare because me as a podcaster, I do these interviews in the car, but I have somebody who edits, takes out all the errors and things like that. Or if someone says something, I didn't mean to say my husband was this. Can you please cut that out? Yeah. So all right, don't worry. We got, you know, that kind of thing. Because you do get those instances where people confess and really offload in the car. It's a bit like your situation in that respect. What have you learned about being an influencer and a model that you wish you knew when you'd started?
I think being more consistent, because I think at some point I was less consistent and that dropped a bit of my engagement.
Mm-hmm.
So always keeping up, even if it's what you hear from everybody, it's like hard to hear it and hard to actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what I would maybe recommend like the most.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have, or maybe if like you can trust somebody who can actually help you with the content, just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too much of a perfectionist and I always want to edit my own content. So it's hard.
No, I do understand in what you're saying. I totally agree, because it's been it's like pulling teeth dealing with the person I've been dealing with, because they're not as what I expect them to be, but my attitude is that let's just see how this goes and build and build and build, and finally they'll get it.
Yeah.
And that was it. He's going to hear this now. He's going to edit it. Yeah. Hopefully it will motivate him, half glass full kind of thing. So you started off, what was the first things you did when you started to open your channel? What were you talking about?
On my Instagram?
Yeah.
So my whole entire Instagram page is black and white, and when you swipe it's in color, and it's very not so common to find this around fashion styles. So my page is all about fashion. I'm promoting jewelry brands, bikinis, clothing, and the first page is always in black and white, and then when you swipe it's in color. So some people find it interesting and very surprising and beautiful, and some other people just say, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
but I think that's probably your niche, your angle.
yes.
It's the people who can see past that.
Yes.
So how many followers have you got?
I have 92,000.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But if you got 92,000, that's a lot. You're getting brands. What was the amount of followers that you had when you first started to get offers of brands?
I think 3,000 or 5,000.
Is that all?
That's when I first started getting my first paid collaboration. It was actually with Under Armour.
Under Armour?
That you're wearing right now.
Oh, okay. You know, I didn't even realise what I'm wearing. Okay. So that went well. Now, that first collaboration, was there actual payment, or was it like we'll give you a load of clothes?
No, it was paid. It was paid.
Okay.
And it went through an agency, and it went great. And I thought, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to work harder and get paid to do this, to create content. And because I was working in fashion, I had access to all the PRs and all the brands, so it was a bit easier for me. That's why, to me, it's like I have easier access because I worked in fashion. So I often have friends who say, oh, I love the content you do. Can we please send you some stuff and you create content for us and we'll pay you? So it has become very easy. And then during COVID, like I said, like all the fashion events started slowing down. It was really sad. So I moved to Mexico City because I have a big Mexican community on Instagram. And this is when I met a few people that made me realize I should be a relationship therapist.
So you speak Spanish, French and English?
Yes.
The three main Western languages. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. I can't think of any other language that you need to know, innit? You can go more or less anywhere in the world.
Yes.
You know, your accent doesn't sound very French though, but you went to international school.
I went to the international school.
That's why.
And my French comes out sometimes when I drink too much.
Or when you're upset.
Yes.
So you're happy you beat us yesterday, innit? The football.
Oh my god, yeah, it was actually amazing. I'm wondering if we're going to win the cup again. It seems like we're pretty good.
Yeah, well, you seem surprised. It seems like we're pretty good. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I'm not surprised. You know, it's a competition, and everybody, it's all about being surprised. You have no expectations because they could play really well, like having a mismatch and just not work that time. So far so good.
Yeah, I hear you. What's the future hold regarding your Instagram channel? How are you going to develop it? What do you see it growing as?
I don't know. I'm just doing it day by day, to be honest. I don't know where Instagram is going to lead to in the future. I don't know if it's going to survive for as long as we believe it will survive, because when Facebook first arrived, we thought it was going to be there forever. And now it's kind of in the background and Instagram took over. So, the life is long and I don't know where it's going to go.
Okay. Yeah, but is it more about where you're going to go?
I'm just going to keep on creating content.
Okay. How often do you produce content a day?
I shoot content almost every day, but I post almost like once a week, and sometimes I completely get behind and I post once a month, which is terrible.
And you're still getting modelling. So you're getting modelling stuff and things like that on the back of what you've done earlier.
Yes, and I'm also engaging with my followers like constantly. I post on my stories every day several times. So I'm engaging with my followers a lot more via text messages and keeping the interest going. But posts, it's true, it's just like the engagement is so low, like it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, no, I know, because I don't get that much engagement. You get committed followers.
Yes.
And they're all from all walks of life.
Yes, a very committed amount of followers, and I love them all, and I'm very thankful for them to always, trying to find the right word. They're always supporting me no matter what, and this is really, really nice. I really appreciate that.
I'm with you on that. So your clothing, like your bikini line,
Yes.
you got these bikinis made yourself?
So I used to hand make them with my grandmother
Okay.
before coming to university to London for 2 years, and I was making them as the demand was required. And then when I finished university, I went to Bali. I found a factory in Bali. Only women make the bikinis, so it's like a women supports.
Women supporting
brand.
women.
Yes.
But men are buying it for women.
What?
But men are buying it for women.
Yes.
Good.
So yeah, everything's handmade in Bali, and I'm selling it through my website, aprilbikini.com, and that's it.
So how does that work? When someone puts an order in,
Yes.
it goes directly to their computer in Bali?
No. The stock is at my house in France. So my mother helps me when I make a sale. She's the one shipping it when I'm away, traveling
Okay.
and working. So, yeah.
Are you an only child?
I am.
Okay, that's nice, because if you have other siblings, there'd be jealousy.
I mean, I worked hard, to get where I am today, and I've built everything myself. I've had a lot of my parents' support emotionally, but like monetarily, I worked really hard to be where I am.
Yeah. Okay. No, I hear you.
I worked as a hostess selling waxing kits at Excel Center. Like, I really did everything I could to make some money.
Okay.
So
how did you find that? Because obviously that's sales. Did you do that before you started your Instagram channel?
no, after. But my following was really low at the beginning. But I still did it. I still wanted to have my own bikini brand because I was obsessed with bikinis. And this is why I did it. But it's a very competitive market, to be honest.
The waxing industry.
Has changed.
No, so the waxing industry is competitive, or the bikinis interest?
Both, but I think having a bikini brand is even more competitive.
I suppose.
Because you're actually investing money. Being an influencer or a content creator, you're investing little money, like buying a camera, paying for a trip. It's still like your personal benefit. You're not freezing money into products that you have to sell to remake the money.
What kind of kit do you use? Equipment do you use? You travel. You have a roller suitcase, small suit. Do you have a Canon camera? Do you use your mobile phone?
I just use my iPhone, to be honest, because I want the same quality and I want to always have my phone with me. It's what you have all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what phone do you have? 13, or is it 13 or 14?
14.
14. So you have the latest phone.
Yes.
To make sure one standard.
Yes.
And obviously that color standard is the standard that they're going to get. Do you enhance? Is it what they call a filter? Because and I'm asking this as like knowledge now, because I've noticed when I look at my videos, they're quite pasty. They're this.
Because you have the HDR on, and I always remove the HDR because it makes the colors not that nice. It makes the colors are beautiful when you're shooting, but when you look back on the videos, it's not pretty, and you can't change it once you shot HDR, so you need to remove it in the settings. HDR is good if you're editing the videos afterwards, like you export them onto your computer, so it's good for videographers, but for the common people like me, like you, creating content with their iPhones, it's better to remove the HDR to have better quality of colors, in my opinion.
Would this work for videos as well?
Yeah, it's only for videos.
Okay, so no HDR for videos.
Yeah.
And then it should come out like what we call the old Technicolor.
Technicolor?
Like Technicolor is like, it's an old, I'm a bit older than you. It's so old. It's like it used to bring out, think of like P. Diddy video.
Yeah.
Where it's all bright colours, really sharp, really eye-catching.
That really depends on the content you want to create. I like to have just natural colours. I enhance a little bit the saturation, the temperature, the brightness or the darkness, just to make it more crisp and sharp. But that's all I do.
Yeah, and I can do all that. If I take HDR off the video, I'll be able to get the sharp, bright colours. They'll
already be there, and then you can just adjust them in the settings of the iPhone. They're the ones that I prefer, so it's not reducing the quality.
Okay.
You can still adjust the coloring with HDR, it's just never going to be the same.
Okay. Alright. Oh, I'm with you. So you use your phone, you have a tripod.
Yes.
You have a tripod?
I do.
And do you have a selfie stick?
I have a selfie remote.
What's that?
It's like a little remote that you click on when you're ready to take the photo. So if I put my phone against the wall, I can just like press, it's taking photos.
Okay.
So if I don't have, or even if I have the tripod, it's just like easier.
You have that button, the selfie remote that connects to your phone.
Yes.
Because I was doing that hand gesture where you make the. That's on the Samsung. That's on the Samsung.
It's great,
but then you've got to quickly pose.
Exactly. The remote is better.
Yeah, I know. When you take your photos when you're walking around the streets or doing your daily videos. Do you feel uncomfortable at any time at all? There like a...
I really don't care. I was once in Saint-Tropez and this guy tried to mimic my pose with a bikini, and I just looked at him and I said, "Open your legs more, it looks better." And he got very uncomfortable and he left. I think when people try to make fun of you, if you return the comment and you actually make fun of them because they're just being stupid. Why are you trying to mimic me? Like, I'm trying to make a living and I'm not judging how you make your living. So I don't think there should be any judgments if somebody's taking photos in the street. On the contrary, when I see somebody creating content in the street, I'm like, yes, I like this.
I was doing a vlog because I was in Sainsbury's going up the escalator, the travelator, and this man, he just turned around. The way he looked at me, I just burst out laughing. I had to start the whole vlog again.
Sometimes it's really funny situations. Like, I was also in Costa Rica with my best friend. She was asking me to help her with her TikTok, and she asked me to throw a glass of water in her face. And both of our faces were really surprised because even though I knew what I was going to do, I still didn't expect her reaction. And 3 years later, I met this guy in a restaurant, and he says to me, "I think I met you in Costa Rica." And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes, you were with your best friend throwing a glass of water at her face."
So why did you have to throw the water in her face?
It was for her TikTok. It was her idea.
Yeah, but what was the theme?
Oh, I don't remember. It was like this TikTok trend.
Okay.
And
are you a TikToker as well?
No, I'm not, but my best friend is. So she helps me with Instagram and I help her with her TikToks.
Okay. So, but you have a TikTok channel?
I don't use it.
Okay. That's interesting though, because I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and all of those things. But then the people who are doing well are kind of dedicated to one channel.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it. But mind you, you guys are working on your own.
Yes.
Yeah. What would be your advice to a younger person who's trying to get into the industry?
Don't give up. Keep on working. Keep on doing your thing. I think that nowadays people are becoming more and more selfish and introvert on Instagram. Less sharing, less reposting, less commenting. Less going out there to exchange with people. It has more become like me. I'm posting a photo, and if you don't comment, I'm not going to comment on yours. So I think that the world should open up a lot more and keep on sharing, you know, like I love to put photos of other girls on my stories, you know, to repost and reshare and grow the community, but I feel like not enough people are doing that anymore.
Well, on that note, thank you a lot. We appreciate you for your time and your energy. Just remind people where they can find you.
So they can find me on Instagram, Camille28, so CAMILLEMARI28. And if you need any relationship advices, you can also send me a DM.
I can't believe we didn't even talk about a relationship.
So it's for next time.
We didn't even talk about a relationship. All right, quick 5 minutes then, if you've got 5 minutes.
Okay.
Relationship. I can't believe I just totally went into talking about some of the benefits myself. With the relationship things,
Yes.
You've been doing that for 6 years. What, about
No,
2
2
years?
years.
2 years? How have you found that to keep yourself non-attached to that situation? Because you said you've got a good heart, so someone's telling you their problems. How do you not take that problem home with you? Thinking that
you know, it's obviously always like I always need to have a lot of empathy, and I'm always very calm when I meet my patients, and I try to make them feel like I try to radiate my sun onto them to make them feel better about whatever situation it is. I really like the breakups and the divorce. These are the best.
Why are they the best?
Just the most interesting. Also, you know, when you're trying to date, you don't really know what you're looking for. You don't really know what you want. When you're breaking up and especially when you're going through divorce, you know exactly what you don't want. And this is already a step ahead of knowing what you want. You know, we're like pushing away what you don't want. So this is already good to move forward, and I'm good at helping. And then the people who divorce and break up, then they're looking also for a new partner. So I'm also part of that uphill of finding a new partner and seeing my patients being happy and smiley again. And this is such a big reward for me that it's a big accomplishment, and it's all that matters. So the problems are always short term. That's why I managed to just this is their problem right now, but I know that it's going to move forward, and I know that this is going to be better in the next few weeks, months, or year. So I have to keep faith, and I have to be positive, and this positiveness is, you know, radiating towards my clients. I cannot leave a gap for doubt. You know, I'm the one that needs to support them. I'm the one that needs to give them that extra push. So if I have doubts, then it's not good. I have to only be positive, and this is why it doesn't reach me, you know. Like when I go home, I'm still happy for them, because I know deep down that at some point they will be happy, and I know that it will get better.
Well, thanks a lot for that, and we wish you well.
Thank you.
We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day, as well as vlogging on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.